Let's get started with the commands. He has several commands. Those being speak, sit, lay down, sit up in bed, give me a paw, shake, and lay down. Speak. 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 Now as you saw, when he speaks, he either barks once, twice, or 3 times. Shake. Shake. Give me a paw. Oh, jeez. Give me a paw. Sit. Give me a paw. Lay down. Lay down. Sit. Do you want a treat? Then sit up in bed. Sit up in bed. Sit up in bed. Sit up in bed. No. Those are all his commands. There are also other reactions he'll do. For example, if you actually slap him across the muzzle or spank him or do anything of the sort to hurt him, he will react by setting up by doing a sit up and beg. You know, of course, begging you to stop. Okay, actually, Now, now that I have the commands done, now that we have the commands over and done with, there are actually a few more things I actually want to talk about, and those are the more prominent and general issues that a Biscuit My Lovin Pup can have. And one of the most prominent that you might have seen me fixing is his front leg, is his front paws. Now, due to a design flaw in the legs, right around here, it unfortunately makes that area of the leg warp inward. And as such, his legs will actually be together. Due to that issue, his paws are almost commonly found together. Now you can just kind of help enforce it. Now you can just force it to actually look normal, but if it's warped, it's warped. You can't go back on that. Another issue is actually his hind legs, where because of how the mechanism works, you can actually force the mechanism out and in of both being clamped and unclamped. Now what I mean by that is, when he sits up in bed, the mechanism in his leg actually clamp down or clamp onto the insides of his hind leg. Now, if that fails while he sits up in bed, it's right here. He basically face plants onto the floor. Now, if he's laying down while it's off, you can actually have him do this up in bed. But another issue that I've seen with a Biscuit is that his head is actually supposed to not only move from side to side, but up and down. But unfortunately, the problem is, according to something I read a little while back, is that something I read said that his head is actually too heavy. His head is actually too big, too heavy for that mechanism. And you actually might have noticed it just a bit ago, There. His head is actually up. And it's not, and if you saw it right there. His head actually moved up here. His mechanism is actually supposed to have his his mechanism is actually supposed to help his head move up, but due to the fact that it's too big or too heavy, it's actually worn. It's not exactly worn down. It's just that it can't because it's too heavy. So you might notice when he sets up in bed, just a moment ago, just a few moments ago, his head was actually down. And in the first part, when he did it many times, his head was actually all the way up. Another thing is when he lays down, as you can see, his head is down here, or as it's supposed to be, up here. See if I can. It's supposed to be up here, but unfortunately, due to the mechanism wearing out, it's down here. Sit. 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 There's actually one key difference between the sit-up and beg I did a second ago and the sit-up and begs I did in the first part, and that is, not only did I put my... Okay, I guess I'll explain. Not only did I put my hand on his left hip, I guess, I also put my thumb under his body to help his head stay up there. Sit. 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 I'll do sit up and beg 3 times, all in determined quality. Sit up and beg. See? His head is all the way up. And that's because I put my thumb under his body. Sit. Sit up and beg. Huh. Sit up and beg. As you saw right then, his head didn't go up at all. Now I did a little bit, but not much. But that's with me aiding him. That's with me aiding him. I'm actively trying to help him. Now, what would happen if you did it without aid? Sit up and beg. I'm gonna aid him. I'm gonna aid him just... as you can see, he does have issues. He does have issues. Now I will say, I was supposed to do this a little bit while ago, but he had super weak batteries, super dead batteries, to the point where I thought he was gonna go. But as you can see, he's very much alive. He's very much alive. He's very much alive. And very, very much a good dog. Now, those are the general issues he has. And to be honest, those 3 issues are the only ones I've seen. His hind leg mechanism might actually fail completely where it cannot do it. The only reason why I'm able to help him do it is because I actually put my hand on his leg. But otherwise, he's probably just gonna faceplant. Or actually, maybe it's because I'm actually putting my weight on him to put the center of gravity, center of mass, or whatever. Center of mass. To put the center of mass more toward the center. Now, for those of you who haven't been around here that long, he actually retailed for $180, which is a lot. It's a lot for $180 is a lot, but you get a lot for it. His entire body moves. His entire body is involved in his movement in certain ways, in specific ways, and maybe altogether. Now, of course, you don't have to pay $180 today. You might be able to find him on eBay, or Craigslist, or Mercury, or Facebook Market, if you're that daring, for much, much less. Granted, those will be secondhand, because unfortunately, you know what I was about to say, weren't you, boy? Unfortunately, he is not producing anymore. It's been 12 years since this guy has been released. This pupper, this fella is 12 years old, 13 years old at this point. So, for 12 to 13 years old, this is actually pretty amazing. Hey, you're still a good pupper. You're still a good pupper. You're still a good puppy, Biscuit. Or actually, I actually renamed mine to Jackson. Don't worry, Jackson, you're a good dog. You're a good dog. But yeah, you can find them on eBay, Craigslist, Mercury, you know, any online selling, buying sites. You can find them on Facebook Market, both local and not local. But of course, being second hand, you have to be wary. You all have to be wary due to the fact that, well, of course, the lower the price, the more likely there are more issues other than what I've stated. So yeah, would I recommend him? Of course. He's a phenomenal companion, phenomenal toy to just play around with, just to mess around with, and even if not that, he's just here. Let's give him his bone. Oh, he's doing this again, isn't he? Okay. So, you might notice he's always... It's gonna be nice bone for being a good dog. Okay. But yeah, if you just want to get him as a companion, if you don't want to turn him on, that's fine. He's a very, very good companion, even without the batteries. He looks great. He looks absolutely adorable. And I can say that as I've had him for probably a couple of years now. Give me a paw. He's saving up a bag. Sorry about that. But like I said, yeah. If you just stumble across this guy recently and you fell in love with him, you should get him. He's pretty cool to have around. He's very cool to have around. Very fun to play with. Yeah. Very fun to play with. Or if you're like me and you actually were there or old enough to remember when he actually came out, and you've always wanted one, yet you've never gotten one to one reason or another. If you can, you should get them. Let's see. As a review aspect, including his issues, I give him a 9.5 out of 10. He's just that good of a companion. He's just that good of a companion. Sweet, lovable, precious, looks great. And if you're an animatronic fan, if you're into robotics, yeah, that's another reason. Anyways, I think I'll end it there. Thank you all for watching. This is Reviewer and Demonstrator Pride reporting out.